friends, friends that are family, and family that are friends.
This is Eddie with the TBD Network, also the TBD Podcast Network.
The TBD Network is a thinkers podcast covering subjects and ideas that can advance the mental fortitude and critical thinking
in an effort to further humanity through casual conversation.
But right now, you are listening to the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. Have a good one.
Oh, thank you.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Jimmy James. I'm off my mic now. It is 2:53 a.m. I did that raplet, and you can see it took me to get it all done and recorded and finally uploaded to Spotify. Took me just about an hour exactly. This is a 5-minute raplet, and there's 3 fundamentals that you know that I wanted to stick to. I hope you guys listen to this. It's very important. It's at the end, and also a new beat. But the raplet, and this is only really part 1 of diving deeper, pulling back the layers one at a time. Let's see how many there is. I promised you a show on Friday. Technically, it's still my Friday, but I'll be releasing it within the next couple minutes. I hope you guys enjoy. Take care, and thank you everybody for listening. Here we go. Let's start the show.
It is now time to explain to people just what's wrong with me.
Say something else out the other side of the mouth, which is bull. Now, Biden is leading Trump by 2 points in Wisconsin. 2 points. The polls found that 28% of the respondents trust Biden to handle the Israel-Palestinian conflict, and he's not really handling it. He really isn't, because he's talking out of both sides of his mouth.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? It's Jimmy James, and I'm finally at the pivotal point of professionalism. So, I know this is something you might not be used to, but you're gonna have to get used to it, because this is it. I have played around with this thing. I have tried different functions. Sometimes you might hear that, which is because I got this on the side, but that will only make the noise if I start bending these wires. All my wires in here are top of the line, the best of the best. So when I dropped that, I was gonna say semi-show, it wasn't really a show, when I dropped that show about testing the equipment, playing a little Rudolph.
So yeah, I wasn't really sure. That was just me testing my equipment live for the first time. Like this, I'm not in the basement, but that doesn't stop me from being me.
And, matter of fact, like I said, I have options for days.
So like, my name's Kevin. I'm just gonna be, the first one to, get up here and just say, hey guys. My name's Kevin. I'm a weirdo-holic, and, yes, a weirdo-holic for, I'd say 60 days now.
Okay, Kevin, what brings you here today?
Well, my wife thinks I'm getting a little too weird. I guess I can give you an example. I take out the trash, obviously, every week. sometimes I say to her, maybe we all need to take it out this week. And,
I'm sorry, Kevin, what do you mean you don't need to take out the trash this week?
Okay, well, I guess I'll explain it. Some weeks there's only there's really nothing in there, so it's why take the trash out, you know what I mean? Just skip a week.
Wait a minute. Kevin, you're saying you skip a week without taking out your trash?
Yeah, I mean, doesn't everybody? Don't you?
No, this is the first time I'm ever hearing about this. I didn't know this was a thing. Did anybody else know this was a thing?
Yeah, I fucking knew. Go ahead, keep going with this shit. So, yeah, I don't know. So anyway, I didn't take out the trash because there wasn't a lot of trash.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry. Cut you off again. I know this is weirdo-aholics, but, my head is kind of buzzing here. You don't take out the trash every week. Is that what I'm hearing? I hope everybody else is hearing the same thing.
Yeah, Joe. You don't have to take out your trash every fucking week, dude. Jesus, it's okay. If you have 2 trash bags in there, you could probably wait another 6 to 7 days and take the trash out. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. So what about your recyclables?
Okay, same thing. Usually, if the recyclables are full, I'll take them out. I just won't take the trash. Sometimes it's vice versa. Sometimes I do whatever I want to do.
And wait a minute, you're saying you do this vice versa, and I just want to really strike in on this key point. You're married, correct? With another human being?
Yeah, Joe. I'm married to another human being. You've met her. Kathy. Plenty of times.
Right, Kathy, yeah. I do remember Kathy. She was kind of strange, but yeah.
Well, what the hell does that mean, Joe? What do you mean, strange?
I didn't mean it like that. I meant I'm kind of,
What do you kind of mean? What are you talking about, man? I'm talking about taking out the trash, and now you're calling my wife strange. Do you not see how this is possibly the most fucked up thing? This is supposed to be a place where us weirdos can come and just be fucking weird. And now you're making it into some kind of creepy, weird stuff. The weirdo stuff is down the street. Weirdo-aholics are down the street. We're weirdoholics.
Yeah, Kevin, I'm sorry, you're right. Weirdoholics is down the street. This is Weirdoholics. I got you. I'm sorry. Can finish your story. This is amazing. Just kind of frightening.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I'm glad we got that all figured the fuck out anyway. Jesus Christ, what do I come here? I should go to Weirdoholics. Oh, I'm sorry. What was I saying? I was saying about the trash. So basically, the trash doesn't need to go out. So she starts going off at the mouth and saying all this stuff you should take out the trash anyway, change the plan, carbons and, climate and some kind of ice peaks or mountain. I don't know, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, that's the climate change or something. I didn't really read up too much about it. I don't really pay attention to stuff like that. I'm not I'm not that's weird-oholics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's weird-oholics. This is just weird-oholics. So, I haven't hit that stage yet, man. I'm not rock bottom. Basically, she's arguing with me about the trash and, taking it out. And I just wanted to know what you guys think about taking out the trash. Just because it's trash night doesn't mean, you have to take it out.
Oh my God. This is so hard for me to comprehend. Oh, it's trash night and you don't have to take it out. You really do this. You say this to your wife.
Yeah, Joe. This is what I've been talking about for the last, 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay, so this is just blowing my lid. I can't wait for trash night. I'm gonna tell my wife, you know what? We don't need to put out the trash.
No, Joe. That's not what I'm saying. You might have to put out the trash. Do you have to put out the trash?
Yeah, definitely this week we had a party, I don't know, plus, you guys are pretty much in my house while we're having this weirdoholics, meeting, and, I have a lot of trash. As a matter of fact, you guys leave a lot of trash. Kevin, you should take some of this trash.
Joe, you want me to take some of this trash and put it in my car and drive it, home? And then, dump it into my trash, right? So, is that what you're saying? Why don't you just tell your wife, I'm not putting out the trash, and put your foot down like a fucking man?
You're right. I'm gonna tell her this week.
And we'll be right back after this. I am the Church of Jimmy James. I don't understand why everybody else can have a name. Hey. Okay, guys, what you just heard was, I just wanted to do this one time. So that was just some stupid thing about, weirdaholics and weirdoholics, and somebody taking out the trash. Well, I was gonna do it like this, but I wanted to show you the difference, so let's pretend I was doing that again, but I'm only gonna do a couple seconds.
So my name is Kevin, and I'm just wanted to say, I'm a weirdaholic. I've been a weirdaholic for X amount of time now, and I don't take out my trash, and been going through a lot of struggles with my wife, and Wait, what do you mean you don't take out your trash? Or it would have been...
What do you mean, Kevin? You don't take out your trash?
Well, Joe, I don't need to take out my trash every week. So...
Yeah, so that was basically I wanted to give you that version of how I used to do things versus what I have now, which is way better than what I was using before. And I just wanted to give myself a pat on the back. Is that okay? I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Is that it? Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I don't, the truth is that is a true story. That's enough. Yeah, no, I'm just messing around. Why is there a guy with a gun at my door? No, I mean, honestly, alright, I wanted to get into some real stuff. Okay, so since we got that out of the way, you guys heard the difference on that. I'm gonna turn my attention to Rudolph. Rudolph. I wanted to say today was one of the, how do I explain this? You guys heard like a 33-second clip. Okay, he dropped an episode on June 5th, 2024. It's 30 minutes long. Where is America going? Okay? And he doesn't have much of a description here, but it just says questions about democracy and autocracy in America. And he gets into racism, war, politics, and everything. Let me give you a little bit of insight on Rudolph. And like I said, he's a good friend. We've known each other for years through the podcasting realm. He's also on the group. His show hit home today with me because I got to see, I got to hear how somebody in their 70s, which is important, but that's not the most important, somebody who's lived life in Chicago as a black man and also served in Vietnam. And before I even say anything else about this, thank you, Rudolph, for your service. I don't know if I ever thanked you before, but thank you for your service. And I highly recommend you go check out, even if you have to leave my podcast show right now to go check out Underground Chicago Talk Podcast. Host is Rudolph Monroe, and he has one of those voices, like, he has that deep voice, you know, we were talking about.
This is Roswell.
This is Rudolph, and I'm just gonna tell you, it is fucking ridiculous.
So, I mean, he really does get into Trump in the beginning, and then he layers it off all the way to, like, even what happened, you know, with the attack at the I'm thinking City Hall. You know, with everything that came with Trump, you know, pre-Trump, whatever. And then he gets on to the, you know, his thoughts behind it. And anybody who's in their 70s, okay, I'm gonna open, you know, my ears are gonna perk up, and especially somebody who's been in the shit, alright, who's lived a long life. And he kind of says this himself. And I believe he says in, you know, don't quote me verbatim here for word, but he says, you know, I would like to live, you know, just to get myself to November 16th, whenever the election date is. And, you know, just to see what would happen, because he looks at it with no bias, okay? Non-bias. He looks at Trump and Biden, and he talks about what both of them are just, you know, like, this is it. This is what I got to work with. Like, I rather dress up he's not saying this, I'm saying this, like, I'd rather dress up a broom, like a mop, a stick, and a bucket, paint a face on it with permanent marker, like a Sharpie, by the way, and just say that's our president, because I believe that, like, that's going to do a better job. I'm not saying that's what he said. The reason what I want you guys to go do and listen, and I can easily play samples from his show, but there's so many good parts to play from. And I was thinking about playing you guys a clip. He around 22 minutes, about 38 seconds in, he starts saying, I guess the reality of Joe Biden losing this election is becoming more and more likely. And I'm not a politician guy, but he doesn't really just talk about politics, the whole thing. It's just, where is America going? And I can't say this and emphasize this enough, that I was blown away, because I've listened to Rudolph. Now, he knows, sorry about that. He knows, just like any other podcaster who might be listening to this, or anybody who's one of my friends and knows me in that realm, knows that it's very hard to do this and to listen and get some downtime to listen. And I'm so glad I did. So I popped on his, Where is American Going? And the title captures you. You know what I mean? Like, all right, like, I want to hear what his thoughts are. And not because he's 70. That's not it. It's just the wisdom and years behind it. And I didn't know a lot about, I knew about the Army stuff, but, like, I didn't know about Nam. I was like, I don't think I knew about that. And he'll explain all that. It's a 30-minute episode, guys. 30 minutes. I will be putting the link in the description below. I just wanted to take this little bit of time to share this about Underground Chicago Talk podcast. You can't miss it. It's a big red and blue logo with Chicago in the background in black and white. And Rudolph Monroe is the host. Please go check him out. I'll be right back with the rest of this. All right. And thank you, Rudolph, for getting back and saying those kind words to me. And I hope you got the recording I sent you. I know it was choppy. I was like, I should have waited until I was recording to send you a proper message. And I will be doing that. Or I was like, maybe this will be better. The only difference is when you do send a message, and if he plays the message, I get to see when he drops the message. So hopefully I can get a better message out to him before he drops that one. A more updated, more professional, because that's what I'm doing tonight, or this morning. I've been up since, I'm on 2 days now. I had to do a lot of stuff, and trust me, I wanted to go to bed. I was ready to go to bed, and I said I was dropping a podcast on Friday. So I started this on Friday. I got it out. I just was a little late. I totally apologize for that, and I wanted to show you the difference in the sound quality, and also I wanted to mention one more thing. Another podcast friend and YouTuber now, the Doc Stewart Show with Justin. You guys know Justin from Justin's Eye and Entertainment World Review. And he has a new show, a brand new YouTube show out called the Doc Stewart Show. And I was glad I listened to one of his latest shows. his latest one was Murder or something, and what was he doing, you know? And he was talking about, he mentioned 3 shows. You got to go listen to it. It's short. It's only like 12 minutes or whatever long. It's not that long. But it was about Clue and 2 other movies, some parody movies. A parody movie in 1972, Death. Something Death. Oh, I forgot it. You're going to have to go listen to it. I will also be dropping that link in the description. But a lot of people don't know this before we go to the next segment. Well, if you do now, I'm sure. Even people today, if you've never seen the movie Clue, what I want you to do is watch the movie. And if you see like Clue 1, Clue 2, Clue 3, but they're all the same clues, go watch one of them, all right? And then maybe have your friend watch another one, all right? And then I want you guys to talk about who do you think did it at the end. See, because back when it came out in 1985, I remember this. I was young. I was very young. I was only like 3 years old. So I don't remember all that at the movies, but I kind of remember afterwards how people would come out of the movies when I went to the $2 matinee. Oh my God, I sound old just saying that. My grandparents would take me to the $2 movie theater. Like when I went and seen Batman with the first Batman. Jack Nicholson, and that was amazing. It was $2. I seen Clue, and I seen one ending, and then I seen another ending, and then there was another ending. They made 3 different endings, and Justin explains that there was a book, and there was actually 4 different endings, and I don't know. Go check him out. I think I say this to Justin all the time, whether he wants to take this to heart or not. I called him right after the video on YouTube, and I said, Justin, you really got to stick with these the movie things and the entertainment and world review. And I also want to tell him, which I totally forgot, I was going to say, you should share your story on YouTube if you're going to be doing that, about how you got Justin's eye on world entertainment, world and review. Sorry, I'm tired, but I thought that was a touching story. I remember him telling me for the first time. If you go all the way back to the first time me and Justin did a show, it was talked about on my show. And I also dropped a show on his podcast a couple months, like a month ago. And we just, Justin named it Jimmy James and Justin just shooting the shit. I call a lot of our stuff Jay Talking, because, Jimmy James and Justin. Alright, that's it. That's 15 minutes on this segment. And, like I said, I just wanted to give a proper shout out. And one more thing, give a proper shout out to my whole crew. It's not my crew. It's all of us. All of us are in here. And, I'm talking about everybody. Now, all these guys can't make podcasts every day. They have lives. I want to do this on a more professional, I want to do some more professional. So this is why I'm doing this like the way I am. And I got all my new gear, which I will share with you guys eventually. I just want to see something first, and I'll let you know what that thing is. By the way, to the people who made this live equipment set, the mic, everything is so nice. I'm not talking about the sounds, and I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm just talking about the microphone is so nice. So, anyway, that's it. We'll be right back after the segment. This is going to be the last segment coming up. I want to get into something totally different. And thank you to all you guys, everybody who follows me everywhere. Yeah, much love, much respect. Be right back after this.
Awesome! This is Jimmy James Rap, lit diving deeper. Alright, this is a text-to-speech rap, lit, that I'm making at 1:55 a.m. because you just heard me drop the mic, and I told you I was going kamikaze style on diving deeper, with getting older, and a splash and a mix of AI in which is better to listen to for wisdom for the youth and younger kids. How to tell you the truth, I'm up in the air like a hot air or John Booth, something is going down. But it's okay, I think I got this sorted out. Let me first off by saying diving deeper is basically getting into something deep, and I don't mean that in a baseball meaning. I mean I'm going to go a little further than I usually would, but I'm not a woodchuck so I don't know how much I would chuck out of my raplet. It's only with age and wisdom that I listen to these great magicians, of pure heart and open-mindedness. Something that you can hardly find even in my harder text-to-speech rough diamonds that I drop, and no, I'm not saying I'm laying the groundwork for the next generation. I just feel like between a mixture of AI old age and the rate of what the world has grown in only the past 20 years alone, we might be glued to our cell phones, but what happens when something better comes along? Will we still go to an old friend? Whether that be a grandfather, an old man you just met, or even a stranger under a dark bridge. Try not to do the last one now, I promise you it didn't work out for me the last time I went down way below. Oh, and I don't mean that in a sexual way, I mean that in sexual play. Don't worry, I try to keep this lighthearted and openness. But for real, who opened these cans of worms that can never be put back in the bag of evolution of the silly ass, corny, valley of the world? What happened to going up to our grandparents or elders for a piece of advice? What happened to hypotheticals and not facts from a square device that fits in your pocket? And I'm not talking about a calculator or a pocket rocket, I'm talking about an AI with all the answers. And trust me, I've had Amazon to things Copilot 2, ChatPi 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we have Gemini and Gemini Advance. And I must tell you, Gemini Advance is the best one at the dance at the moment, so if you're going to pick up one of these text-to-speech wannabes, then I would suggest you check out Gemini. And I want you to ask it this question. Say at all the people you talk to in the world, what was your most interesting subject to date? And if he doesn't answer you, then say it another way. Try saying it well. If you had to pick one, what was one of the most thought-provoking to date? Crazy enough, the answer is me. I ran this thing through the ringer like it was a coat and I was the washer. But getting back onto old age and diving deeper, I would take all this technology and throw it out the jeepers creepers from my peepers, and I would ask an old man or a lady any day of the week how they lasted to be 70 to 80, because 99% of the time it's life skills and their pure wisdom. That's going to get you to the finish point just a little bit more slower if you're trying to stick around on the spinning rock we call Earth. At the end, this on a beautiful note, I am 43, I believe. Honestly, I can't even mentally conceive that I'll be 43 in October. Holy shit, I didn't even know my age. There goes one thing good about these text-to-speech things that will answer you in a nanosecond. Just don't answer for life lessons. So as I dive deeper and deeper into this ever-lingering answer that I had but set up as a question for these AI put together in a lab dummies, nothing close will get me back to sitting down with my grandmother or grandfather and having a nice conversation. It could even be about the weather. That was something that you didn't know, and you didn't have a cell phone to reach in your pocket and find out. Let's be honest here, folks, this shit is even ruining relationships. And I'm not talking about the AI and its learning platform, I'm talking about the cell phones that you guys are all zombies too. Next time you're out and about, look at a couple older people and see if their eyes are down to the ground. You might find one or two trying to learn for the grandson or just for themselves, just so they can get a better understanding of the world they're leaving after spending so much time trying to achieve a better one day, or leaving for their family and loved ones. And to go one layer deeper, there's so many people who have went to war and seen so much bad, and it is so sad that when you see one of these people killed themselves because of PTSD or some other alphabet disease, all they have is a like button, a sad button, a heart button, or a mad button. Oh, and don't forget the care, but where is the you got to be fucking kidding yourself? But I guess that's for a different rap with, and guys, I'm being honest, I'm fucking tired of this shit. So one more layer deeper I go, and I don't give a shit if this is part of the flow. Please pay respect to those who deserve it. And no, they don't have to serve in a war for you to give them your undecided respect. Just remember that the next time you yell with you something stupid to an older person, you should wait a minute. If I have to explain this could take even longer. Matter of fact, pull up your phone and ask Google what you think your answer should be. Then come back to me with your glorified answer. Anyway, much love, much respect. This is Jimmy James, not dropping the mic, I'm throwing it at my tablet tonight. So in hindsight 2020, we might have split the atom before the cell phone was invented or thought of. But that doesn't mean humans are perfect by any measure, and it doesn't mean probably even what you think. So I'll leave you with this last little bean of truth. What you are is what you get. Imperfect, it's just the other side of the coin of perfect. But what the hell, I didn't write it or say it, and I sure as hell am not going to sit back and say nothing. Much love, much respect. This is Jimmy James saying, like always, take care of yourself and one another. We all are stardust floating in the wind, Mr. Bond. Well, that's the solar wind. Where we started is where we end. At the universe, my friends. I may be a philosopher, I may be a velociraptor, but what I say carries weight. You don't believe me? Then ask all the people who have followed me since May of 2020. And with that being said, thank you dearly. Your support goes a long way, and I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about what keeps me going. So keep an open mind, an open heart, an open ear, and always respect your elders because they know everything you think they don't. So next time you think it's a joke, just remember tick-tock, tick-tock. Because at the end of the day, time is running out for all of us, even Stardust, in base universe. More to come on Diving Deeper Part 2 on the next show. Peace out for real, don't forget you're in the now.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jimmy James, and I'm just here to tell you guys. Well, that's the end of the show. You know, the goodbye part, the end of everything. I just wanted to say goodbye from the bottom of my, dark heart. Oh, shit. That is what it takes. I owe it all to you, no matter where I end up. If it's in some room and it's just a bunch of fat guys sitting around a table and we're talking about each other and we're just fat and disgusting, and then we decide, like, why don't we put cameras on ourselves, and we do that, and then no matter how much we try, you could just see the sweat trickling down their fucking side of their faces because they're fat and out of fucking shape, and all they do is talk on a microphone 99% of their lives, and then when they're not on the microphone, guess what? They're talking about what they're going to be talking about. Yeah, I want to be one of those guys. Put me in an early grave because I worry about what you think. That's all I give a shit about, is what you think. I only care about what you think of me. I just wanted to say goodbye.
My name is Jimmy James and I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna add a little
work on it. I put in work on the bass. Put in work on it. I put in work on the bass. Put in work on it. I put in work on the bass. I put in work on it. I put in work on the bass. Put in work on it. I put in work on the bass. Put in work on the bass. Put in work on the bass. I put in work on the bass.
We like to party all night long. We like to party till the break of dawn. We like to party all night long. We like to party till the break of dawn.
I put in work on it. 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 Work on it.